Yo, what up though? It's your man DJ iCENTRIC. I got your man V.Smith with me. And this is the Realest Spit. Yeah, man. We come at y'all today, man, on a bit of a bittersweet note, man. Some sad news hit us, man. It's hard for me to even put my words together on how to even address it and speak on it, man. We lost a great one today. Kobe Bryant, man. May he rest in peace.
Yeah, man. It's glad that this one hurt, man. And on behalf of the Realest Spit, man, we like to give our condolences to the Bryant family, man. You know, his parents, you know, his wife, his kids.
Yeah.
You know, it's a hard one, man.
Yeah, like I said, I can't even it's hard for me to even put it in words, man. I mean, it's like I was saying before, man. I feel like, you know, it's just one of them dudes that you feel like you grew up with, never met him, never even been in the same room with him, man. But you know, pretty much been I guess, for lack of a better word, tracking the dude pretty much since '96. You know what I'm saying? Since he stepped in the scene in '96, since he was drafted. I've kind of always felt like he represented us, you know, in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he obviously is not the only one of his age.
He's not the only one
in the league, but just how he came in, and you know, just what he represented. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it felt like it kind of spoke for all of us in a sense.
I agree.
And you know, never been the biggest. I was never really the biggest Kobe Bryant fan. But you know, my thing was more so biased because of the whole, you know, Detroit, LA thing, the whole Pistons Lakers thing. So, you know, but I've never denied what the guy was, you know, on the basketball court, even off the basketball court, man. He's always seemed like a cool, calm, collected dude. You know, you could tell that he's smart. You could tell that he's calculated, or you know, just one of those guys that you would just love to have sat down and had a conversation with him one day, even if it was just a 15-20 minute conversation, just to see wherever he's at that particular moment, man, because you know he's gonna hit you with a jewel. You know he's gonna say something to you that's gonna stick with you.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, you know, like I said, man, I was talking to my wife about it earlier. Mm-hmm. You know. Like I told you, Dominique Wilkins is, you know, that's my favorite player, you know, I mean, period.
Yeah.
Because I grew up an Atlanta Hawks fan and you know, he was the most polarizing figure, sports wise in the city. You know, him and, you know, Dion came and got it for a second or two, along with him. But, you know, I just my love for basketball and knowing that, you know, he was the human. They called him the human highlight film.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That was just my thing. But from about the 2000-2001 season, I became a real big Kobe Bryant fan, man. You know, just like you said, why it's kind of like we grew up with him. You know?
Right.
Like we knew him. And just watching his maturation process, man, and the things he was saying, you know, off top, you know, like he was trying to be the best basketball player ever.
Yeah.
And, you know, these were things that he would say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, I mean, you know, hats off, you know, to people who not only think like that, but to people who make their daily grind about that.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, you know, being great doesn't come without work. You know, and he personified that.
Right.
Man. So he became my favorite player.
Yeah, and on that note, like, you know, he basically, I mean, if you think about Kobe Bryant, like I say, you know, the totality of his career, you know, he basically willed himself to greatness. I mean, because if you think about it, he was athletic, but he was never a super super athlete. He was never the most athletic
Yeah.
dude out there.
Yeah.
You know, didn't jump the highest, didn't run the fastest.
Yeah.
But from day one, he was a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that speaks to that work ethic.
Exactly. And you know, and you think early Kobe Bryant, you think back to those earlier Laker days. You know, when they were, you know, trying to put that championship thing together, you knew they were working on something special.
Yeah.
Knew they had something special. I think it was a series against, against Utah. Matter of fact, it was the '98 Western Conference Finals. Utah. It was LA, Utah. That was the last year
of the Stockton Malone reign.
And that was the last year they went to the finals, and that was last year Mike had beat them. Everybody was kind of thinking that was going to be the the king meets the prince. And everybody thought that was going to be, that was going to be the year that the Lakers would meet the Bulls in the finals. And I think the Lakers, I don't remember if they got swept. I know they got beat. They lost four close games.
Yeah, 4-1, I think it was.
Yeah, but
Kobe missed those horrible shots.
Those air 3-pointers now.
Yeah.
And I bring that up to say, anybody else, think about anybody else, 19 years old, the whole world watching.
And you got the audacity.
You shoot not one,
to pull up and shoot the ball in a critical moment at that point in time.
Not once.
The world looking at you, but
2 air balls, man. Bro, do you remember how hard they went in on Kobe Bryant?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm saying all that to say that would have destroyed the average 19-year-old.
95% of them, it would have destroyed them.
It would have destroyed them. You know what I'm saying? It would have destroyed. Not Kobe. He came back the very next year, and he said, "Okay, yeah, those were air balls, but give me that. I bet you they won't give me that shot again. Give me that shot one more time.
Yeah.
I bet you I don't airball it again."
Yeah.
And that was his mentality throughout his entire career. You know what I'm saying? Like he would always tell the younger, you're not, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to outwork me. I think I can never forget the story that what's his name? He's an analyst now. Jay Williams.
Mm-hmm.
He tells a story about when he was playing for the Bulls. I think it was his rookie year, and they were playing LA. He was out in LA, and he came out. Said he, was, coming out, just shooting some practice. I think he was on a practice field or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Kobe's there every morning. He get there every morning, 5:30, 6 o'clock. He, shooting his shots or whatever.
Yeah.
Jay Will say he was purposely trying to wait until Kobe was finished because he didn't want to be in there with Kobe.
Uh-huh.
So he's trying to wait for Kobe to finish. So he said, just as Kobe, he seen that Kobe was finishing up, putting the stuff over there. That's when he came in, started running his drills, taking his shots. He said Kobe looked over there, seeing him. Kobe started his drills all over again. He said, bro, and he told him, bro, you're not going to outwork me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You're not going to outwork me. You know what I'm saying? So that was the mentality of Kobe Bryant. And this is who he was on and off the court. You know what I'm saying? You hear these same kind of stories off of the court.
Like
you know
I said, that mentality is what is what led him to be my favorite player. I say, like I said, from 2000, 2001.
Yeah.
Up until the day he retired, man. And let us not forget young Gigi, man.
Yes. Also, and that was this. I believe that's the whole thing was sad. I was down, but I mean, I think that just absolutely broke my heart completely.
Yeah.
Because it's like to think, as the whole thing was going down, man, the final thoughts that had to be going through the man's mind, knowing that his baby was in there with him. You know what I'm saying? That's we live to die for our children. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to go out on a limb. Obviously, what wasn't there, and nobody survived that was there. But I'm willing to go out on a limb and just assume that the man was he was prepared to do whatever it took to save his daughter. At least,
and also,
you know what I'm saying?
Condolences to the other family that was, in the helicopter.
Yeah, it's a total of 5 people. I believe they haven't released any
other names, but I know that one was, I think, was a childhood friend of Kobe and his sibling. I mean, not sibling. I'm sorry, his child.
Okay. And they were headed. They were actually going to their game.
Yeah. Condolences to all parties, family that was involved, man. It's a real hard situation. Gigi, it's crazy because I recently saw her, being a big Hawks fan like I am.
Yeah.
Kobe was at a game that the Hawks were playing. I think it was before the Lakers game because I think that they were in Atlanta, but she told Trae Young that he was her favorite player.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I was like, wow.
Yeah.
That's that's a heart touching. It pulls the strings of your heart, man.
Yeah.
When the little ones are involved. It's wild, man. That like I said, the tragic thing, what I'm saying about it all. We all expect death, man. To come because you live and you die.
You start dying the day you're born.
The day you're born, exactly.
You're dying from that.
But the most tragic thing about it is when it comes about through violence or something unexplainable like this. Of course it's explainable because it's a reason why the helicopter went down, and I'm sure they'll get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
But for it to happen like that, in that type of setting, what I'm saying, because that's a form of violence as well. The impact from the crash,
right.
All of that. Like when it happens like that, man, that's something else.
Yeah. It's just to put it in perspective, man, and it, to tell you how close to home it hit me. It was almost, not quite, but it was almost, I almost felt bad as I felt when I heard the information about Aaliyah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Her playing. And that destroyed me. I was like, I would literally sit in the house in the dark for a couple days.
Yeah.
When I heard that. This information was almost as tragic. The only difference is I actually knew Aaliyah personally. Yeah. She was a personal friend. So, obviously I didn't know Kobe Bryant, but, I've always admired the dude. Like I say, never had any ill will towards him. Any critiquing you've ever heard me throw at him.
It's coming from a sports fan.
Exactly.
That's understandable. That's
sports perspective. And it's just always, and it's like I say, it's more biased than anything else. Like I say, in the back of my mind, it's like, man, this dude is a freaking destroyer, man. Like, what I'm saying? I know I certainly never want no parts of it.
What I'm saying? My greatest, my most favorite moment, or moments, as I guess like a collage picture or whatever, of Kobe Bryant would be the NBA Finals against the 76ers.
Okay.
And crazy, it's crazy because I wanted Iverson them to win.
Yeah.
I'm a big Iverson fan again, to this day.
Right.
What he done in those finals. What I'm saying? Because they gave it to Tyronn Lue. He guarded AI. What I'm saying, in certain spots. Yeah. But Kobe was pretty much on AI the majority of the series. And not only was he on in the majority of the series. Yeah. Defensively, he came down and he done his thing offensively as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They were on. I remember that finals vividly. They were on a mission. They were on a mission that year. Because I remember they had swept through the playoffs. Like that was that game that Philly won was the only game they lost.
Exactly.
They had swept through the Western Conference.
That series right there, was pretty as a whole. We could talk about the 61, the 81 point game. Yeah. And
he actually had a 76 point game the week before the 81.
Exactly. What was he put up 61 in New York, right?
Yeah, put up 61 in New York. He put up 76 on Dallas.
Yeah.
I believe, and then he did the 81 points.
Yeah.
Against Toronto, against Jalen Rose in Toronto. Yeah. So the boy definitely got some. He definitely got some
Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, man.
In the books, man. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. Obviously, it's gonna be an emotional week, sports wise.
It's all.
You know, you already know ESPN is they gonna put out the full tribute.
Yeah.
I imagine that the NBA is gonna you know they're gonna you know got some special things in the works, man, to honor.
Yeah.
You know, one of the greatest of all times, man. He wasn't a GOAT, but he was the Mamba.
Yeah. I saw
rest
a
in peace,
quote
Kobe Bryant.
from Magic saying that he was the greatest Laker of all time.
Yeah, no, they've said that they've been saying that like
for a minute,
long before.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that, but I mean I'll take it. I mean I certainly can't argue.
He was a 20-year Laker.
20-year Laker.
20-year Laker.
5 time
championship. You know what I'm saying? Like
you know,
no other Laker has done that.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
no whether it was Kareem, Magic,
right,
James
right.
You know,
yeah.
So I mean, but you know, it's always debatable because it's apples and oranges.
Yeah,
you know,
but I mean, like, but listen, you know, whether the greatest, you know, second greatest,
whatever.
Who cares, man? The man, you know what I'm saying? You're talking about a historical franchise,
most definitely.
And this man is at the top. Is at the top of that honor? Of the history of that organization.
Franchise, exactly.
You know, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, man.
Gigi.
Rest in peace, Gigi Bryant.
You know,
and to the whole Bryant family. You know, our prayers go out to Vanessa and the other three baby girls.
Yeah.
You know, so we'll move on to something else right now, man. So from kind of feels disrespectful to go from you know, man that held itself in such regard, man. To you know, but you know, moving on to this guy Antonio Brown.
Yeah, man.
This dude here, man.
I honestly don't know what to say about AB. I mean, you know, everybody. I think that what I will say is I think that you know, he needs to see somebody about his mental health issues because I believe he's, you know, touched a little bit.
But what troubles you most about AB, Antonio Brown, like, you know what I'm saying? You remember the whole the old Terrell Owens fiasco, man.
Yeah.
Obviously, and T.O. had some issues as well. But, you know, at the end of the day,
off the field issues.
At the end of the day, we all knew what T.O.'s mission was. Now, yeah, he was real flamboyant and real over the top. But at the end of the day, man, he wanted you know, it was just too many, you know what I'm saying? He wanted his just due. He wanted his money. He wanted his just due. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, he wasn't ill enough. He wasn't ill enough the field. His whole thing was in the game, within the game. Yeah, within the game. You know what I'm saying? This dude Antonio Brown is a whole other animal in the sense that, like, bro, none of the stuff you're doing makes any sense.
Yeah.
None of this stuff makes any sense. You're getting your just due. Everybody credits you as my honestly, this might sound crazy, but we may even be overrating him a little bit. Like that's how much credit we give him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, on the field, I think that you know, he was pretty much sized up right because he is a productive wide receiver. I mean, a punt returner. You know, he brings all of that. Like, I mean, you know, and it's not just because I'm an Atlanta fan again, but I think that Julio Jones is the best wide receiver out there, and you know,
present, yeah.
Yeah, and so I mean, you know, that wasn't ever a question of me, but Antonio Brown was definitely a top 3 wide receiver.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Top, you know, you got the emergence coming on of DeAndre Hopkins and you know. A couple of others, but they came and went. I.e. Dez Bryant.
Well, yeah, but see that's the thing about the wide receiver position. It's going to always be talent. There's always be tons of talent spread it out, and that's so when you're an actual standout, like an AB, like a Julio Jones, you know, and that's my whole point. Like, bro, everybody has tipped their hat to you. You know what I'm saying? I really don't understand. Like, what is all this kicking and screaming about? Like, it's. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's cliche to say, but yes, this man really, truly needs professional help because it's like it's all for nothing. It's like what at the end of the day, what are you trying to accomplish? You know, you wanted out of Pittsburgh. You got out of Pittsburgh. You know, you wanted your money. Oakland gave you some money. You know what I'm saying? You decided you didn't want to be in Oakland no more.
out there.
You ended up in New England.
You know, I'm just tripping now. I wonder if all the conspiracy theorists, who say, oh man, yeah, when he ended up with the Patriots, everybody said, man, he playing this out. He one step ahead of y'all. I wonder what their analysis of the situation is.
You probably ain't heard nothing from them. Dudes probably ain't never seen.
Listen, it's not to pick it's not to pick on Antonio Brown, man, but it's just like just like you were mentioning, like who do you have around you earlier? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I mean that's pretty much how a lot of the fans are as well, and how a lot of his coaches were, the organization were. Like you're letting him get away with this. No, I mean not just letting him get away, but you're not holding him accountable, or making him to hold himself accountable for the things that he's doing. Well, it's blown up.
He's about to be. He's getting to that point now. Where he's about to be held accountable, man. Like I say, the whole situation, just with him, my man, like this thing that he was arrested for. As silly as that sounds, like my biggest disappointment in the dude is like the whole situation with him. You out there with your baby moms and your kids out there, and you and your boys just sitting there clown. Like, come on, man. Like, who are your boys? Like, it's one thing if you know what I'm saying. It's one thing if that's what you may not be thinking at the time. But who are your boys, man? Like, they're the ones supposed to be with the cooler heads.
To pull you,
know what I'm saying? To pull you to the side and say, bro, you tripping. You tripping. They filming that shit like it's cute. Yeah. And laughing like, come on, man.
They don't give a fuck about him. I'm not gonna speak for all of them, but in the majority of them situations like that, man, them guys are in it to get what they can, man, and then that's about the size of it. Yeah. Because you never know. He might be shitting on them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, they probably really don't even care. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, I don't know the scenario, so I'm not going to sit here and say, like, what I'm saying is factual.
But how old is Antonio Brown? How old is he? Is he young? Is
32.
He young?
He's 30. I think he's 32.
Okay, so he's not young, but I guess relatively young, man.
Yeah. Old
enough to know better, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't, I wasn't a millionaire at 32 years old. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to say, as mature as I was, I don't know what I would have been, with $30 million in the bank.
Definitely.
But I certainly don't think I would have been that hot headed. You know what I'm saying? To just be completely and just totally.
I just think it's a situation of, you know what I'm saying? Like it might be hot headedness, man. It might be, but I think it's a situation of nobody being able to tell him, like, hey man, you tripping,
Right. Well, like you alluded to earlier, like, you just said it not too long ago, like most, famous, most rappers, most athletes, they probably have that same problem, when you got guys that just, around for no reason, like if just got, like you say, hang around, like you use the perfect, now what you say, hang around, what did you call them?
Damn, I forgot.
Yes, man.
Yes, man.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna tell you no. Nobody's gonna tell you tripping. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's
gonna ride with it because that's where the money at. That's what how am I gonna disrespect the money? That's how you looking at it.
And these are the same dudes that once you finally hit rock bottom and fall flat on your fucking face, none of these guys are gonna be nowhere to be found. And then you're gonna be saying, well, man, I should have did this. I should have did that. Man, I thought they were my friends. I'm letting you know right now, bro, they're not your friends. Yeah. If they stand there and let you talk to your child's mother while your children are standing there, your babies are standing there, and they sit there and laugh as you call her all out her name and in front, and you know what I'm saying, and just wilding out in front of authority, in front of your, if they stand there and laugh while you do that, bro, with no care of what happens to you, these are police. Yeah. Now, what have we been complaining about for the police the last 5 years? Yeah. Bro, and they had every excuse in the world to run amok on this dude. Yeah. Right then. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But they sitting there laughing like, what, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's pulling you to the side and saying, bro,
like I said,
you look bad right now.
That's what Yes Man did.
They're not your friends, man. They're not your friends, man.
He probably knows this. He probably know they're not his friends. He probably know they don't care much about him. You know what I'm saying? But then again, it could be a situation to where they're his family. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, at the end of the day, it's like you said, if you're sitting around and letting this guy be raped, he might not like it, whatever, however, but his children.
But my thing is in front of the children.
I mean, doing it anyway ain't that savory. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's something I've been guilty of a time. You know what I'm saying? A time or two in my life, but you know, it's different. You know, when your children saying because you're talking about their mother.
Exactly.
And you're lightweight influencing. You're influencing the way that they think about their mother.
Right. So then, like I say, so your son, he grow up and get to, 16 years old, he get to talking to his mother like that. Yep. You gonna think that shit is cute? Of course not. You're gonna be ready to knock. You're gonna be ready to go upside his head. Yep. So why would you do it right there in front of him? You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like I said, we don't have to spend too much more time talking about this clown, man. You know, AB, man, get your shit together, man. Like you're really, like I said, you're really becoming a you're really becoming a disfavorite. You know what I'm saying? To a lot of us, man, that really have appreciated your game and your your athleticism, and your contribution, I should say, to the sport. That is football.
I mean, like I said, nobody can take anything away from AB, man. About his production on the field, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can, because if you look at it, it's like I said, it's top 3 action. He's sitting in first place in a couple of categories. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely top 3 action. So I mean, I don't know if that's what's in his head about, you know what I'm saying, if it's blowed up behind that, or if he's seeking more attention because he don't feel like he's getting his just dues, or like I don't
but know. But my thing is, okay, and if that's the case, bro, go off in the game. Like I said, like T.O., like all of these things were during the game, like while the game was being played. He wasn't doing all this foolishness off the court, man. All his rah-rah was while the game was being played. And I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at nobody that's saying, look at me, while they're actually on the field. But you just out here doing dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Just getting yourself arrested. You know, just like, bro, come on, man. Like what is it for? What is it for? But
get yourself together.
Get yourself together, man. Because it's an embarrassment. It's an embarrassment, man. I hate to see it. And to the people that are trying to defend you, it's getting harder for them to defend you.
Yeah, no leg to stand on.
Cut that shit out, man.
No leg to stand on. But as far as the NFL, watching the Pro Bowl game day, I know.
I didn't get a chance to see it.
I think that they just need to stop playing the Pro Bowl.
The Pro Bowl never makes sense.
You can continue to do the skills challenges and and all that, but as far as
because there's no way to halfway play football. You can't halfway play football.
I'm looking at running and they letting dudes run touchdowns because they don't want to tackle them, and nobody.
No, but and then like how they run it now, like the fact that they do it before the Super Bowl, like the guys that have made the Pro Bowl, like the San Francisco players that probably made the Pro, they don't have to play. Yeah. Because they got a game next week, or the guys that are on Kansas City that made it. I don't know how many from Kansas City like that. So it's just like, bro, like what is it? What is this, man? Like,
it's a waste of time. Like you said, don't show me no halfway play.
Well,
just do the skill challenges. You know what I'm saying? Give out awards for that. Pay them people, you know what I'm saying, their stipend or whatever you pay them for making the Pro Bowl, because it's still a Pro Bowl. Yeah. But do that, pay them. And give whatever awards out you're going to give.
No, it does have to be some sort of exhibition, because it's called the Pro Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Well, so it does have to be some kind of exhibition. But this is an example of.
But you can rename it to like the NBA, name them All-Stars or whatever you're going to name it. Because like I said, you can still have the skills challenge and give out whatever awards that you want to give out to the players that really achieve this, that, or the other. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Throughout the season. Because, that's pretty much what they're doing by having the Pro Bowl.
And this is the NFL trying to have their cake and eat it too. Like they hate the fact that the NBA, their All-Star Weekend is one of the grand events. Yeah. And so this is them trying to get just a little bit of that. But you can't halfway, like we actually enjoy watching a halfway game of basketball. You can't halfway play football.
There's no way. It looks too awkward. It's too physical of a game.
You know what I'm saying?
It's too physical of a game for you to run up on full speed with somebody and then stop right before you get them. And then
I mean, so what should they turn it into a flag game? Should it be flag football?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, I mean, really. I mean,
flag, Get some flags.
Run the challenge and get a flag football game, man, because this is pretty much what you got going on. Yeah. And it's not entertaining, man.
No, it's not. It's not
entertaining. I know people are there for the star presence.
It might,
entertaining. If you're there,
that's what I'm about to
say. If you're watching it on TV, it's not entertaining.
And the event, the atmosphere is probably what's fun. Nobody's watching the game.
No, on TV,
nobody's watching the game.
It's like this is the dumbest shit ever.
Nobody's watching the game.
Like that's not how the Pro Bowl was played in the '90s. That's not how the Pro Bowl was played in the '80s.
Never thought I'd say it, but the NBL All-Star game, the baseball All-Star game is more exciting.
Yeah, because you know them people are swinging the hit.
They playing baseball.
And
they playing
to make you miss.
They playing baseball.
And they're still playing the hard defense. They're still, but I mean, only the worst thing the MLB doing is switching players out too fast.
Yeah.
If you can say that's a bad thing because you
because they're trying to get everybody out.
They're trying to get everybody out. Players.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, like I said, just get some flags, man. Go get some water guns or something, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they were playing dodgeball.
But yeah, it's like you say, the skills challenge. Skills challenge. Get all the Pro Bowl quarterbacks. Get them together to say, okay, we're gonna see who's the best quarterback, and do a skills challenge for the quarterback. Okay, all the receivers, who's the best receiver? Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? That will probably make for a better weekend.
You know what I'm saying? As opposed to y'all having the little minor skills challenge test and then coming out with this half-ass, Pro Bowl game. I mean, like I didn't want it. It wasn't entertaining, man.
Or maybe they do it at the beginning of the season, like kind of sort of like a preseason style. To where you've had rest, you're ready to get back into it.
It'll take a lot for them people to make their mind up on that. Yeah. Because see, the thing about it, you'll be cutting off a preseason game for a lot of the players. For every team, pretty much. You'll be cutting off a preseason game
for that.
You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, I mean that's the thing with that. I just like I say, if the players aren't gonna play hard, just don't do it. It's okay. Yeah. I'll be okay with not seeing a Pro Bowl game. I promise you. Yeah. As much as I like to watch football, I'll be okay.
But that speaks to it. You just brought it up when you said that's not how it was played in the '80s. That's not how it was played.
It wasn't. Because people were hidden. No people.
And I was going to say it is a way, but that just speaks to your knowledge of the game. Like it's a way to play without hurting. It's a way to play without hurting other guy. I can hit you without hurting. It's just like it's just like two boxers sparring. They really be hitting each other. They're not hitting to hurt each other, but them dudes they really be hitting. A sparring match, they really hitting each other.
Exactly.
So
ain't nobody trying to clean nobody clock.
Exactly. But you're trying to prove a point.
They're really tackling and they're running hard.
Yeah, you're trying to prove
a point. Those collisions are gonna happen. It is what it is. This is what you know what I'm saying. This is what you build your body up for. But a lot of players are like, man, I don't want to get, because they don't want to get hurt. They don't want to get injured. You just played an entire season.
Yeah. You tired. Some of them guys, they out there hurt. You know what I'm saying? They still hurt as they out there. Yeah. But so that's thumbs down for the NFL Pro Bowl, man. You gotta do better with that, man. Speaking of NFL Pro Bowlers, man, your boy Eli Manning announced his retirement. Officially Friday. Now what's funny to me about that is I don't think Eli really wanted to retire. I think he was kind of really forced into retirement. Like that's what it all seemed and felt like to me.
Well, the thing about it is, like, and I agree with you. You know what I'm saying, because they went somewhere else. And Brett Favre spoke to it. Talking about just not really wanting to leave the game, and a lot of quarterbacks, more so than any other position that I've heard, are the ones that's most reluctant to retire from the game of football. And still think they can do it. Still think they can make those throws. I remember hearing about Bobby Hebert saying, I still felt like I could do it when he was with the Falcons right before he retired. Yeah. He was like, man, I felt like I could make the throws, but I was always a second or two late. Caused that interception, because you're thinking you still can do it, man. But the game is the game.
But Eli's he's in rare air at this point because you're going into free agency the same year where Tom Brady is a free agent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if any old school is gonna get a look, it's gonna be him. What's the name just said he's gonna go into free agent. Now, I don't think he's gonna go anywhere, but he's technically a free agent. New Orleans.
Drew Brees.
Drew Brees.
Yeah, Phillip
you know
Rivers.
what I'm saying? Phillip Rivers. You know what I'm saying? So Eli Manning. You know what I'm saying? You're not with all due respect, to Eli Manning. Obviously, if they're gonna take Drew Brees over Eli Manning. They're gonna take Tom Brady over Eli Manning.
Again,
they're gonna take Phillip Rivers over Eli Manning.
Like I said, he probably, I know he didn't want to retire, but I mean, he just hasn't been producing.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if it was system or what was going on. He just wasn't producing, man. And if you look at his overall record, I mean, he's barely over 500.
No, he's right at 5. He's right at 500.
Exactly.
Right at 500. Wins and losses are those are wins and losses are team
I'm just putting it in there because these are the things that people are going to use for or against him. I think that Eli Manning is a Hall of Fame quarterback. I don't know which ballot, but being the fact, like I said, the New York Giants, the team was solid, it was balanced, but he made the throws that needed to be made to win those Super Bowls.
The man passed for over 57,000 yards. He's down for over 300 touchdowns. Now, I'm glad you went into this. I was about to go into it, but I'm glad you went into it, man. Because I just want to know, you keep hearing everybody say, well, he hasn't had a Hall of Fame career. What the hell is a Hall of Fame career? What is a Hall of Fame career?
Joe Namath didn't have a Hall of Fame career, okay?
Troy Aikman didn't have a Hall of Fame career.
If we're going to talk about statistically,
if
we're going to talk about it like that. But those players done what it took in the critical moments to win for their organization.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, there's pros and cons to everybody. You bring up any quarterback, I can tell you something that was wrong with him. Yep. But at the end of the day, when the time came, they got it done. This man has 2 monumental Super Bowls in the books.
Most definitely.
So, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of whatever else he didn't do, he did that.
Most definitely.
Not to mention, like I said, his stats. 57,000 yards passing, over 300 touchdowns. I think his rating is somewhere. His overall rating like 84%, something like that. So it's like, somebody please tell me what the hell is a Hall of Fame career? You know what I'm saying? He has a 500 win-loss record, but and even though the quarterback does have more influence than any other individual player, at the end of the day, wins and losses are still a team stat. I'll tell you this is the simpler question. Those 10 years that the Giants didn't, the 10 years that they didn't make the playoffs, and Eli Manning was the quarterback. Is anybody willing to sit here that each one of those years they didn't make it? It was because Eli Manning didn't play good quarterback.
Yeah.
Who's gonna say that? Who's gonna tell me that?
I mean, I definitely, I didn't follow the Giants that close.
Yeah, right.
But you know what I'm saying? I can.
Because if it was that bad,
Eli Manning is the reason why the New York Giants aren't winning. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't rightfully tell you that.
Exactly. And I don't think anybody can.
My thing, man, I think Eli was a good quarterback. Great. I don't know. He was great at times. He was great at times, but he was a damn good quarterback.
Yeah.
Man. No slides, threw a lot of interceptions. I mean, a lot of them. Hell, Brett Favre threw a lot of interceptions. And Brett Favre didn't win but one Super Bowl. So I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, you can't. I'm not comparing Eli Manning to Brett Favre. But it's a lot of that you can't use a stat to your advantage and then
put another dude down for it.
And then say that this same stat doesn't matter when it doesn't apply to your argument. You know what I'm saying? So
agree.
Like I said, I like Eli as a quarterback.
I mean, like I say, I don't.
I think he's a Hall of Famer.
I think he's a Hall of Famer. Like you say, what ballot, I don't know. Like, I certainly don't think he should, until Donovan McNabb, I don't think he should go in before Donovan McNabb. I don't think he should go in before McNabb.
But McNabb didn't win nothing.
McNabb didn't win nothing, but he got the stats. I mean, everybody in there. There's a lot of people in there that didn't win nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but
a lot of people in there didn't win nothing.
I'm kind of bold in too many crucial situations.
Yeah.
Like, I saw this man. What did he go to? Like 3-4 NFC Championship games,
and finally won one.
And finally won one. And when he get to the Super Bowl, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Throwing up chunky noodles.
You bring me butterfly.
And was nervous because the Eagles had a real opportunity to beat the New England Patriots. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't nobody say about T.O. T.O. showed up and showed
on one leg. And that year, New England was terrible against the run. What was Donovan McNabb known for?
Yeah.
The man didn't run the ball not one time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like
you know, like I like McNabb as
but like I say, McNabb, go look at McNabb's stats. So and I'm just saying all that to say you can't. You know what I'm saying? Now I think Eli should be in there too, but I
get it. You take in a playground, on the playground, you take McNabb before you take Eli.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I get it.
Absolutely.
I get it.
Absolutely.
No, I follow you.
And you know the numbers are there. But like I say, it's ain't about McNabb. It's about Eli, man. I too think he's a Hall of Famer for the simple fact, like I say, those 2 Super Bowls, the yards are there, the touchdowns are there. The man, you know, he you know what I'm saying, he played 16 solid years, like up until they pulled him. Maybe they pulled him for
Daniel Jones.
Not Daniel Jones. I'm talking about the year.
Oh, you're talking about McNabb? No,
not McNabb. When they pulled what was my man's name? I don't even remember the dude's name, but they played. Remember, he was about to break a record for most consecutive starting games. Eli Manning, and they pulled him for what the hell was that boy's name? Young dude. I don't even think he's in the NFL no more. Black. What the hell was it?
Oh yeah,
his name is on the tip.
He played with the Jets.
Yeah, his name was on the tip.
He played with the Jets. Number 7. What's his name? Played for he got his jaw broke at the Jets. He played for
So as soon as we stop talking, his name will come to me.
Smith. What's it? Smith. Last name Smith. Why I want to say Geno Smith.
They pulled him for Geno Smith. Now, if you're gonna pull your franchise history-making quarterback, why would you put him for somebody that ain't even gonna be there?
Yeah.
That might not even be there next week.
Yeah.
Like that's how they played Eli Manning. So for the simple fact they did stuff like that to him, and the man still held, you know what I'm saying, still held his, you know what I'm saying,
held his chin.
Come on, man. So, you know, in my book, yes, Eli Manning is Hall of Famer. Not first ballot, maybe not second ballot, but he definitely belongs there.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Just got your little bubbly, huh?
Yeah, man. So what else we got for him?
I mean, that's about it, man. Like, you know, I'm still kind of down, man.
Yeah, man. It's like, my mind is
about Kobe and Gigi, man. You know, again, you know, the rest of the passengers, I don't, you know, but those are the, you know what I'm saying, those are the names that resonate with me. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, you know, it's kind of like we grew up with Kobe. Yeah. You know, because I'm a couple weeks older than Kobe.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, he got me by like 3 weeks.
But yeah, you know, that's just, I mean, it's like we grew up with, man. And, you know, was she his oldest?
No, that was actually his middle child. She was 13. His oldest. No, she wasn't.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
she wasn't his oldest.
Right. Yeah, because Kobe's been married since his early 20s.
Yeah. But she was the one that was playing basketball. Because I don't think the oldest played. So she was the one that was playing basketball. So yeah, rest in peace,